Hi. Hi, everyone. Music. Loud. Is it loud? That's really loud. It's ridiculously loud. Hi. This looks different. Huh. Oh. That's fine. Super fine. Yeah. Totally fine. There were a lot of lizards going by. Okay, hang on. This chair is not green. There we go. Back. Better than ever. How was everyone's weekend? Willow, thank you for the raid. And Al, thank you for 38 months. Almost a year. It's hard to believe. That is my Dooku shirt. A bright yellow. He's lurking. He's lurking. Playing some Kaizo. Very nice. I did. I've barely been on Discord this weekend, but it's looking good. It looks very cool. I have a Dabble Worlds shirt that we got at a shirt printer, a custom shirt printer. And it looks fine. It feels textury. There is a noticeable texture to the printed section. But it's still cool to have that. It validates it in some ways. This is live, by the way. This time for sure. Sure hope he does. Germ Dove Blue. That's what we call it. Gotta make it pop. So it's popping. Okay. I don't know if this is a bad design. Like, okay, you don't have to have a save point before every boss. I mean, this is a mid-boss at this point. So it's like, if you lose on it, yeah, you'll have to do one room again. We just have to make sure the room is not a chore to do. Final Fantasy rules. Like, this is going to be the save point. Then you have to get through this room where there are 2 enemies and a very minor jumping puzzle. And that's it. Then you're done. Oh, you know what? I could make this a little bit nicer to the player, I think. Okay, yeah, I got some ideas here. So yeah, very, very little that has to be done. The only thing I got done the other day is I got our fish wired up. There he is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. He can idle. It's not much, but mostly he can talk. Oh man, can he ever talk? Need a ladder falling down shortcut. I get what you mean. It's one room. I don't think it's a big deal. I did consider something that is vaguely a ladder falling down shortcut. But like I'm thinking about mid bosses. Let's see. Let's pull up Thousand Year Door. So had I thought about it, I wish I had restarted my computer today. My computer's been on since I left because I had to leave it running because that was the only way to get the automated stream to happen. was very silly. Let me pull up the, let's see here, tools. Okay, so this is a plugin called Automated Scene Switcher. And I basically set up a macro that says when I press run macro, wait for 6 hours, switch to a specific scene, which has just a video on it, start streaming when that scene is switched to, wait 189.25 seconds, or 0.25 minutes, and then stop streaming. That is how the vacation stream worked. It's that simple. So it was just a matter of making sure I pressed the macro button at the right time and made sure my computer didn't go to sleep while I was gone. We've done that before. The last time that I did it, I had queued up 3 streams, which was a bit of a nightmare. And I think 2 of them might have worked. Maybe just 1. I don't actually know, and I don't know what went wrong. But it was cool. It was cool. Okay, Chapter 1, Petal Meadows. So you've got the path to Schwank Fortress here. You got no save point in... Oh, there's a save point here. Okay. Then you go down into this little mini dungeon, which is just a little 5 rooms. Yeah, there's no... Okay, there you go. There's no save points down here. That's good to know. Hey, David, welcome in. So yeah, you come into this. You have to save up top. You come downstairs. You have to go 2 rooms to the right, collect an item. Go back. Go 2 rooms to the left, collect an item. Come back to the middle, and then you fight. I'm gonna say it's a mid-boss. It's a gold fuzzy, and he's got some minions. He's got 100 of something because it's Thousand Year Door, and they love showing off that they can have 100 of something running around. And that's it. This is from Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. This was on the GameCube. So it had... I'm looking over at the... See, they just recolored these assets. I'm like, yeah, that's a totally separate thing. They're allowed to do that. So yeah, you do a save point, and then you do that little mini dungeon, and then you have to fight the mini boss. There's no save point in between. So if you die at the mini boss, you do end up having to repeat a lot of stuff. Let's keep that in mind. It's not out of the question to have to do 1 room again when if somehow you die to the mini boss. Any player that is seeking my game out because they like the genre will not be dying to the mini boss. Game design idea from Paper Mario. What a concept, considering I'm making a paper robot. Right? Do them all again. Yeah, you die. It's hardcore mode. If you die, you just have to start the entire game again. Okay. So what we're gonna do here. This is where you hit. Okay, hard mode is a very good idea. All games designed into Paper Mario become Paper Mario. I wish. If they'd stop becoming Origami King and start becoming Thousand Year Door, we would be in for a good time. So this is where the fish is going to show up. I want some kind of icon to represent the fish so that you know that, hey, there's an NPC over here you can talk to. The first time that you get here, it's going to be a forced conversation. You're going to have a little cinematic. You're going to have a conversation with the fish. You're not getting out of it. You're getting the healing, whether you like it or not. Dabble hack races. Exactly. Now, after you have the conversation with him, we're going to have some kind of icon in the water to indicate this is a healing spot. Come here, a fish will pop out that you can talk to. So we do need something. 2 fish in the shape of a heart. 1 fish in the shape of a heart. A fish fin in the shape of a heart. There's options, but some kind of icon here. But that's going to be for after you've already had the cinematic. Hard mode. Okay, so Bug Fables was a similar game that was designed specifically to appeal to people who like the old Paper Mario games. Bug Fables artistically leaned a lot heavier towards Paper Mario 64, whereas we're going a lot closer to Thousand Year Door where possible. Bug Fables was some more N64 looking graphics. We're going for more GameCube. It's a subtle difference, and it really isn't a huge issue. No one's going to care about that distinction except me. But because they were specifically appealing to people who had already mastered Paper Mario, who know what they're getting into, who know how to kind of work the numbers, those people would have pretty much no challenge in the game. They would enjoy a nice story and a fun little fresh take on the genre, but no challenge. And so to get around that, they very cleverly added an optional hard mode badge. While wearing it, you have to contend with enemies that are stronger and have more health, but you get, I don't remember if it was more money or more experience points. Something that you're not even going to really need more of, but it's nice that there is a benefit to it besides bragging rights. The real benefit is you get achievements for beating bosses on hard mode. But at any time, you could take the badge off. If ever you encountered a boss that was too difficult, you could just say, no, I'm not going to do this one. I'm not going to do this one in hard mode. And that would be that. But you do get achievements for beating each boss on hard mode. And you also get a little special badge reward, I think. Anyway. So yeah. It's cool. It's cool. That's the point. So we're gonna have a little healing fish here who's gonna hang out. So let's write out let's get some notes going so we can plan this out. All right. So our healing, our fish mystic, or our fish stick, as we're calling him. And there's more than one of them, but there's only one in this area. The fish sticks. Okay. Initial state. Trigger is active, so that you can touch it and interact. And what this will do is... Excuse me, I'm sorry about the cough. Activating the trigger will trigger a cutscene where you get healed, and at the end of the cutscene, we're going to set a flag that says you have now talked to the fish stick. Once you do that, there is only paper. So you're going to go over here and talk to him. You're going to get splashed with water, and that's the joke, because cat hates getting wet. So she hates the fish right away. And then we're going to let you walk away. I guess we can move this a little bit out of the way so that he can pop up over here. After that, how is this icon? I'm struggling with how the icon is going to work. It's going to be like an area that you have to get close enough to the area. You have to get within the area for the icon to appear, so it's just not constantly drawn. Although it may cover a very large area. Or maybe it's just always there until you get close. Once you are within range, the fish will pop up. And does that automatically trigger the dialogue, or does that just allow you to talk to the fish? Like, maybe I need to go out of my way to make sure that you cannot... Fish is here. Do you make it so you just have to get close enough to talk to him? Or do you have to actually go up and press A in the dialogue zone? Maybe you have to go ahead and press A when you get close. Which means that when you start getting close enough for the dialogue zone, the fish icon disappears. But the fish does appear. This is a whole mechanic that we're going to have to deal with. Fish goes down with a little splash, up with a splash. Icon is there. You get close. Galactic Float. What was that? Was that a Strawberry Jam map? What was that? No, that was Dabble Worlds levels. Oh, okay. Man, I love Dabble Worlds. Never dabbled in the worlds. Unfortunate. Don't remember the level by name. Me neither. Sounds kind of like a pixel level, but Popples was also very prolific for a while. Okay. Fish stick. Do all of them get an initial cinematic where you have to talk to them, or is it optional each time? I definitely don't want you to miss any of them. Maybe we go with them always being forced the first time, and then an optional pay up. Yeah. So here's specifically what we are trying to, what niche we are trying to fill. This is something that both Paper Mario and Bug Fables had. In Paper Mario, it was a heart box. Kind of like a question mark block, but it had a heart in it and a price. The idea was you hit it, it deducts that many coins and heals all your health and flower points. In Bug Fables, you actually had a character. It was the distant tendrils of the goddess Venus, the flower. And so these little sprouts of Venus were all over the place. They were all one connected character, but they would be in multiple places because she's the goddess of nature and something. Bugs, doesn't matter. And she would also have advice about the area for you. But she would also charge a little bit of a fee and give you healing. So that's the niche we're trying to fit in, is here is something we can place pretty much anywhere in the world, and it can kind of make sense or be played for laughs. And when you stumble upon it, it usually means, hey, you're about to go into a tough area. Would you like some healing and maybe a little bit of lore? And so we're gonna have fish, healing fish. So that's the game plan here. So I guess we need. All right. Well, this guy's not really technically done yet, is he? Because we still need to move him into the proper canvas here. Oh no, is that how that? Oh wait, I can fix that. I can fix that. Can I fix that? I did a little sneaky thing to get the watery effect. Why is it the way it is? That is the water mask right here. And it is clip only, which means it should do clipping. And it shouldn't draw itself. Why is it drawing itself then? Oh, this is gonna be something goofy, I'm sure. Why is it? Sub-viewport does have transparent background. Why would this happen? I'm real. It's true. All right, Godot. Clip. Children. Viewport. Okay, what's the deal? This is probably a deal with it. We're not fixing this. This is intentional. Viewport transparent doesn't work with canvas item clip? Maybe. Maybe. Is this the one? Godot 4 replaced masking with light mask and canvas items clip children, which is a shame because having two options to mask an object is better than replacing one with another. It doesn't cover all cases in which the previous method did work. Create a node that inherits from canvas item, for example, texture rect label on clip children. Add a sub viewport. Okay, hang on. No, that's not what we're looking at here. That's not the same issue. Like something is afoot. Oh yeah, this guy's got it in a sub viewport. Yes, okay, this may be what I'm seeing. Essentially, you just need to move the shape mask to above the viewport container as its parent. Dang it. That doesn't work for me, unfortunately. It works for this guy. It works for this guy because he's going a 2D viewport in a 2D view. This really doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's interesting. That's particularly interesting. Why is it that... Rendering, is there any... Texture filtering, no. Clear mode, update mode. Dang it, I might have to, I don't want to remove the wateriness, but I might have to. If this is what we're dealing with. That would be unfortunate. Because I like the effect. In 2D, it's pretty nice to have it kind of like moving along. It's mostly just because I wanted to have the fin kind of like over the waves was the effect I was going for there. It's minor, but it looked nice. But if we're doing it in 3D, we might not be able to have this for some reason. I don't get why. Okay, what if we change the clipping mode to this? Does that do anything? All right, well, that's obviously awful, but that's, you know, that's expected. Clip only. Why does it leave behind? Why does it leave behind the texture? Okay, Godot, clip only, sub viewport. Why? So it is set to clip only, which normally what that means, and it is working in 2D, it means that it's not going to draw that shape, it's going to use it as a mask and only show things that overlap that zone. But it's not working here. Oh wait, this might be it. I'm using sub viewports to render a 2D sprite in 3D. Have the camera 3D render new sprite. Sub viewport also appears. Oh no. Nope. What else? If I throw in 2D and 3D into my search terms, because I specifically want to look for cases where both of these are happening. Nope. Is no one else experiencing this? I don't feel like this is a particularly strange thing to be doing. So I'm really surprised that we're seeing this effect here. In 2D, this works fine, but when we convert this over into a sub viewport and render that, I'm the first one. Maybe it has to do with the sprite itself in some way. No. No. I invented paper fish. I'm the one. It's like the transparency isn't processing through to the sub viewport. Actually, yeah, we don't even need to worry about the sprite 3D. We can tell that's happening right here in this texture here. Beep. It's only with a transparent background. It's super weird, and I really don't want to deal with that. Okay, well, cool. As an optional... Ooh, okay, interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. But okay. Well, see, now we see the ugly edge at the bottom. All right, that might just be something for another time. For now, we'll disable the mask and set it to transparent, and it'll still work. Fine. All right, Node 3D. Fish stick. It'll be over here. This will be the location. We need to add a weight for state zone. It's gonna say, hey, this only happens if... let's grab our list of states here. 01J fish state. So this is gonna be... This is gonna track whether or not we've had the fish for free. What's he gonna do after you do the cinematic? Is he? We're gonna hot swap him out for the normal actionable fish. All right, so state flag is gonna be that, apparently. What? How are you here? What are you doing here in the 2D view of this? What are you? Cave Mite, do you have your 2D animation canvas turned on? You sure do, buddy. How did this happen? Unbelievable. I don't know how you did that. Really impressive, if honestly. All right, well, the fish is kind of in the same boat. Ha! He's a fish. Okay. Wait for state fish. Only valid. This whole block is only valid if that is 0. All right, next up, a cinematic. I have learned I need to put that outside of wait for state and put the trigger for the cinematic in there. But then that in turn, oh, you know, we have to specify what, all right, so this needs a little bit of changing. Cinematic is normally the cinematic, but it might not exist. So we can do this and say, if cinematic equals null, cinematic equals cinematic. And get rid of this version. It's a node. That's all you need to care about. It's a node. Okay, so now we can say, here's the cinematic for this one. Now, what's all this about the trigger with the state flag code? Is that... Okay, so we've got a default value, and we delete it if the state flag code is 0. Oh, cinematic trigger, we automatically handle that? What? So I don't have to do wait for state at all? Oh wait, yes I do, if I've got other things in there. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we have a trigger here. I want to make sure I put it in a place. This is going to be annoying. How are we going to prevent the player from like somehow getting around this? Like you could save before, I guess is fine. So we'll put it like here. I'll position it so that you cannot get to the door, but anywhere around here is fine. You touch it, you're gonna be dragged over here, like it or not. Don't need you. Okay, there's the trigger. Looks great, by the way. Fish stick. We need the actual fish. put him in here. There he is. Turn off the facing right flag. Move him up over here a bit. Okay, so now things are gonna get a little bit silly because the way the water is drawn is super odd. And it's the shader. I don't care for it anymore. It's fine. Okay, this guy, actor code 01J-fish. He will have a dialogue. He'll have a special dialogue zone thing going on. I don't know exactly how that's going to work yet. By default, though, he's going to be invisible. How do we do that? Oh, right. He'll appear with a splash. How do we get him to do that? Oh gosh, my brain isn't ready for this tonight. But we gotta get something done. If I cannot brain at all tonight, we'll play video games. Cinematic. Let's get some raw text going. Okay, so we're gonna have 01J fish 1. He needs to be a French fish. He has a beret and a mustache. That means he's French. That's how you can tell. So what does he say? Is he gonna do? That's user. Absolutely nothing. Nothing interesting. Except I got a lot more tired, and that's it. Let's see here. I don't want him just outright speaking French. Like, salut, mademoiselle chat. Ici, s'il vous plaît. Hello, mes amis. It'd be kind of Fringlish, you know. Oh, we should use Chef Tort as our guide from Super Mario RPG. He was very typed French accent. And then we'll be like, walk over to water, splash, fish appears. Cat replies. New York accent. Bada bing. We'll make him a little weird, sure. A lot of name calling from Pat. She's just not a very nice person at the start of the game, as it turns out. Oh, should we zoom? Can we zoom in the middle of the... Oh. Maybe we technically could zoom? No, we'll figure that out. We could just close, zoom, and then new dialogue with big crazy letters wiggling around. We'll do big. Is it big? It's big. It's big, right? Is it big or large? What do we decide on? Big. Okay. We'll go big letters and shaky letters. Go with mysterious. Mysterious mystics. idea if that's the right spelling. Hold on. Guess so. Yeah, got it in one. Look at me spelling words. Then a little bit of explanation while he's sitting there doing his thing. We're having our fun little French accordion song. No. No. That's not what happens. Dabble is almost entirely an observer. I mean, in some places, the game will be vaguely cartoonish. But imagine, if you will, how do we demonstrate in the fidelity of the graphics of this game that is tartar sauce? We're not doing a Tex Avery feature here. Dabble will silently observe. He's gonna be completely. We got Chris Pratt on for the job. Looking, well, I think things are gonna pan out. He seems really close to signing on to the project. So the advanced tag, that's like automatically moved to the next phase. Rat chat, rat chat. Okay, then I haven't drawn the water spray yet. We can do a placeholder if we need to. Okay, that's the basic. Okay, we're gonna replace the with Z. Actually, I want to see SMRPG script. Give me the entire script. What does Chef Tort? The bride is sleeping? There won't be anyone to eat this cake. He just doesn't really say the. We get a Z-E-E from him, and a Z-A for the bride. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Here is cake, but where are bride and groom? Is Chef Tort supposed to be French? Or German? I mean, we get the very definite replacing the W sounds with V's. Man, I'd always assumed he was like a French pastry chef, but now that I look at the script, I'm like, that's very German coded there. We get East IST. East not moving back to work. Yeah, that's very German. Ah, see, now it makes sense. Well, let's. Oh, you know what though? There is a very definite script. Oh, I love this site. This is an incredibly well put together site right here. This is the entire script of Thousand Year Door. So one problem is it's not. Some of the places it's kind of difficult to find specific NPCs. But like, look at this. Like that's great. That's so good. Is he on the east side? I don't know what I'm looking for. I know who I'm looking for. Yeah, I love the Wiggly text. We're looking for Mademoiselle. Ah, there he is. This guy, Dupree. He's a bit of a no, not you, Monsieur Mustache. Z, we get a Z-E-E. All right, that does probably read a little bit better. Well, let's do that then. That's good. We get EEZ instead of is, which I'm down with that. We may roll it back a bit. But yeah, this seems fine. Boy, Dupree has a lot of lines in this game for some reason. Let's see. Search for Dupree. Give me everything that Dupree says. Oh, he has a lot of lines. He's such a weird little minor character. He's the main character, it turns out. Well, there you go. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so now we have a little bit of conversation blocks we can use. So now we pull up. Jeez, I got too much of this junk here. Okay, chapter 1. Chapter 1, text handling. Right in here. Okay, so we're gonna start with 01/J underscore fish one. Which will go to that. It actually makes the letters kind of jiggle around a bit. In practice, what it actually does, it's surprisingly silly how simple the setup is for it. We got this is shaking tag. Is shaking. Here we go. All it does is takes the letter, and every frame, it just offsets the position by somewhere between 2.5 pixels to the left and 2.5 pixels to the right, and the same for up and down. So it just kind of randomly keeps shifting. It doesn't know anything about its neighboring letters or anything else. The full list, I believe, is this right here. We've got shake, dance, which makes the letter kind of like sway around, and that one is based on its position, so that a line of letters will kind of do a little wave effect. Impact makes the letters kind of start really big and slap in. Pause, it waits for a little bit, waits for a beat, and you can specify a specific number of milliseconds. Close. This, I think, this is only really used for the ambient text, where you're not actively talking with someone. It's just kind of someone in the background is saying stuff while you're walking around. This causes their dialog box to close out. Center just aligns the text to the center. New line forces it to switch to a new line. Advance doesn't wait for the player to press the A button. It just automatically, when it gets to the end of, when it gets to that, it just immediately switches to the next page. Hold. Right. Hold is the reverse of advance, in which it stops the text until you press go, and it doesn't start a new page. It just pauses that one page of text, and then you can continue that same page. And then small, big, huge is self-explanatory. Bottom, subtitle, and sign, that changes how the actual dialog box is displayed. So it doesn't do anything fancy. And we will probably add more to this list as the game development continues. All right. So we're gonna do our first little cinematic here. All right, we don't need room K. We just really need room J. Let's focus room J. All right, so you get here, cinematic. It's gonna start with cinematic conversation. Which says, hey, give me an actor, which is going to be our Fish Mystic. Give me a conversation code, which we decided that is going to be this one for this conversation. So start this conversation. After we close that, then we are going to have you kind of like turn back and forth a bit, like like, where did that come from? So we need player and partner. Okay, good. Those are already available. So we can set player and partner. We're going to have them face opposite directions and then wait for a bit. Where's a good example? Here we go. Wait bind. Half a second maybe. We'll try that. Try that for size. Then switch which direction they're facing, and then repeat that a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. Wait an extra 1 second, and that will be the end of this block. That's the end of this section of the cinematic here. Then we are going to have them walk to a zone. So the fish is going to be here. So we're going to have them walk to cinematic actor walk. Oops. Not this one. Cinematic actor walk. We have to give them a position to walk to. I'm gonna tell them to walk here. Tell them to walk to this location, wait for the arrival, and then face right at the end of it. Player is the one that's gonna do the walk. And then after that, then things are gonna get silly. Boy, what are we gonna do here? I guess we can pull in conversations. Do we just trigger another conversation step here to make him appear? Or do we rely on... Okay. Maybe here's where we discuss how we're going to get this guy to show up in the normal course of play. Which can be that, like, when you enter a specific zone, he pops out. Like, you have to get kind of close to him. In which case, we can rely on that just happening naturally. And that way we don't have to do any special handling to make him pop out. It's worth a shot. So what we would need is... Fish-stick behavior. It would basically be a special dialogue zone. So we have this dialogue zone code here. It specifies, it gives an area. It says when the player enters the area, then do this thing, like allow talking to the player, or allow talking to the NPC, and when they exit it, stop allowing that. We could adjust this code slightly to have a little flag on it that controls the visibility of the actor. Even specifically, an effect to display when we toggle the visibility, such as the splash effect. So that when you enter the dialogue zone, cause the actor to generate a splash effect and appear, and then when you leave the zone, cause the actor to splash and disappear. Maybe with a delay? Tricky, but doable. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's just work on this as though we're just editing the existing dialogue code, dialogue zone code. So we're gonna export is Fish Mystic. By default, no, it is not the Fish Mystic. Do we want the splash to always be... I assume we do want the splash to always be there, but maybe not. For now, let's say, yeah. Splash effect. Which is a packed scene. Maybe it can just rely on whether or not we have a splash effect. If provided, hide this actor until player approaches, then spawn splash and show actor. Let's try this. So on ready, what is our actor? Actor is sprite container. No. Parent. Activate. Yeah, speaker is get parent. So speaker is the NPC. So if splash effect is provided, if it's not null, then get parent dot visible equals false. Hide him. Don't let me see him around these parts ever again. I will want to load into scene K when testing this, and so I don't have to go through the puzzle of room J to get to this zone, since it's a little bit out of the way. Okay, so if splash effect not equals null. When you enter, let's have a surfaced timer. It's gonna be a little bit silly, but stay with me here. I really should get speaker is always just get parent, and that way we don't have to like run back to this. There we go. Or this. A little cleaner overall. Just grab it once at the beginning and never again. All right. When you get close enough to the NPC, and it's the specific type of submerged NPC, then we're gonna have special code. Splash effect is not equal null. If we are doing this kind of special thing, then make sure that the speaker is visible. That's it for now. See here. Can we have a is in is in zone, just for the use of this. Is in zone equals true, and is in zone equals false. Okay, if you enter the zone, when we start this process here, if is in zone, then start incrementing our surface timer by delta. We're going to keep track of how many seconds we have been. No, we want to do when you're not in the zone. So after you walk away, he's gonna stay up for a bit and then go away, so that you won't be able to just like in out and mess with him that way. That would be a weird effect to keep having that splash sound effect going. So we're gonna try and prevent that. So when you leave the zone of the dialogue zone, we're gonna start incrementing a surfaced timer. if surface timer is greater than 1 second, then we are going to figure out this bullet is false, and this is only if we're doing the special mode of submerged NPC. Then we're gonna hide him and maybe display the splash. In fact, let's have a special function for that called splash. So we would call that here, and we would call that here. Okay, once you leave the zone, that's when this starts. That means that when we enter the zone is when we want to start surface timer at 0. And then it's going to start ticking up when you leave the zone. I think that's fine. Splash, hopefully, is only going to happen if we actually have a splash effect. Splash effect dot instantiate the scene. And then we don't want to add it here. I guess we could add it to... I don't actually know where to add this. I want to add it to something that's not moving. I guess we could add it to the Bish's parent. So speaker.get. Actually, we could just say add sibling to the speaker. That works. There we go. Instantiate a splash, add it to the scene, and that's it. Does a splash actually create the sound? I don't think it does. Let's see here. Water area. Splash positioning. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe it does. It does. Okay, the splash itself manages the sound of the splash. Perfect. Good. Well, that's much easier then. So yeah, add that to the scene. Oh, and set this position. Set the position. Splash dot global position equals speaker dot global position. Is that enough already? That might be enough. We'll see. So what we're gonna need to do is add a dialogue zone to our fish. And then actually move the dialogue zone onto dry land. So dialogue zone onto the NPC. That automatically comes with a child area 3D with a collision shape. Now here we got to be a little bit careful. We want this collision shape to be tall enough. Where's the height of it? Oh, there it is. Tall enough to reach the floor. There we go. That might be all we need there. So the idea is when you enter this zone, that's when he's going to pop up, and you can actually talk to him. Let's see if it works. Okay, so we need to start in room K so that we can walk through the door and bump into room J instead of going through the puzzle. All right, so we go here, we touch, and we fail immediately because what? Get conversation in base. Null instance of null object. Cinematic trigger failed. Our cinematic trigger failed. Ooh. Why? Let's take a look. Cinematic trigger code has a cinematic to do. This one. So that started the function conversation. So we made it to this step, which does have a thing to do here. And then that makes it to the UI global start conversation by actor code, which has passed in actor code 01/J_fish1, but conversations was blank. Root room conversations. Conversations is not located in the correct spot in the scene. It's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be kind of a top level thing. That's why. Maybe we see about changing that at some point. It's not often that we need to use that system, but we'll see. Okay, so we go here. And still failing? Oh, yep. Because room needs to be named room. Ooh, I don't like that system. I get it, but I really don't like it. Maybe when we need conversations, we do a scan of the whole tree for anything named conversations. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Walk over. And he's not here. All right, well, that was a start. Cat didn't turn around at all. Did you notice that? Why wasn't Cat turning back and forth, huh? Partner. False true, false true. Why isn't partner turning around this way and that way? Want to check. And also, why is this guy not popping up and popping off? He's camera shy, apparently. All right, so we have our actor who has a dialogue zone built in. Wait a second. I know why. It's very, very silly. You're gonna love it. You know why he wasn't there? He needs to be able to fly. He's not on ground. He's just gonna fall. He's just gonna fall forever in the water. There's no such thing as swimming in this game. Oh, he's there. He's not supposed to be there. Cat, you're still not moving around. Don't know what to make of that. Okay, you are supposed to disappear. With a splash. Oh, no, you're not, because I didn't actually set that up. I need to actually put in the splash scene in the dialogue zone. That was the whole point. Okay. Good. Better, hopefully. But Cat's not dancing. So there was a scene early with Lily doing her big musical number. And during that, they do turn Frog Song. back. What's going on? How is this happening? I won't complain, of course. Thank you for the raid. Oh, you had to finish the level. Okay, well that makes sense then. I need to jump back over into room E and figure out what's going on here. Yeah, right here. She says lights, and then they're like, Drop curtain. Fade to silence. Oh, flip direction is what we called. Okay, let's do that then. How about that? Player dot flip direction dot bind. Partner dot flip direction dot bind. Rating twice. I mean, it's certainly unusual, so I feel like it deserves something. I know just the thing too. I got just the thing for you. Boom. All right, let's see if that makes her actually turn back and forth. Lizard party. Gotta have those lizard parties. Okay, so we walk through here. Okay, well that was a start, but where is he? Where is he now? Remote view. We're trying to get this fish to appear, and he's being quite difficult about things. Okay. Actor is currently invisible, because he's right. Okay, so he is there. That's something. Dialogue zone. Dialogue zone has the splash timer. Area 3D. Collision shape. Where is it? Where is it? Wait, where is it actually? Where is the dialogue zone? Okay. Make him appear. Where's his dialogue zone? Nowhere to be found. All right. Well, I've got just the thing for that. I've got just the solution. So this is apparently the dialogue zone area. Open this scene up. Dialogue zone. Looks good, looks good. Can I add a child node here? Collision shape. Copy. Add a mesh instance. Paste value. Okay, yep. Take this. Take this. Copy value. Oh boy. Paste value. There it is. Okay. Is it too low? Is that the problem? I could have sworn we got it high enough, but I guess not. Okay, maybe that's our problem. It was that simple. Okay, we're making this fish talk to us. Fish is going to chat. He's not going to chat. Well, he definitely doesn't want to. I can tell you that much for sure. he's being a little bit rude about things. All right, I'm gonna take his dialogue zone. I'm gonna take the area 3D collision shape. I'm gonna move it. Oh gosh. Do you guys like that? Okay, so let's fix that first. Let's fix that one first. Okay. Woo. Only do this if he's visible. Leave it in for the true fans. Okay. It looks like... Oh. Wait. Make unique. Make unique. Okay, that might do it. What made it do that? It was like he was splashing back into the water every frame. Okay, and then he'll talk to us. That does not look good for some reason. Why does that look so bad against this water? Oh, that looks awful. Something's up with the something's wonky with the water. You guys, we got some wonkiness on the water. Water. I can't see the water at all. Now I can see it. I can see that water. Can't see cat's water. You guys are supposed to splash. Why aren't we splashing? He's splashing generally okay. Well, this water looks terrible now. Because it doesn't exist. Oh, does the splash get added to the water when we splash into it normally? Is that what's going on there? Yes. But we're having some issues with this mesh. It's gotta be like a sorting or something. What's going on here? Why is it drawing on top of everything? Okay, sorting. Offset. -10. Okay. So that one looks fine. That looks awful. Okay. Let's make a little change to the code here. When adding a splash, do not add it to the area. Do not add as a child, add a sibling instead. That still is very wrong looking, but now at least, yeah, now we can at least see it when the water is turned off. So that's progress, I suppose. But the mesh is still drawing in a weird order. It's like it's not letting that exist at all. And I don't know why. It said it's a big plane, so it doesn't have a great idea of where its center is, I assume. So we'll do this. Okay, well Okay. Except this guy just kind of appears. And he's getting drawn in front of the splash. And I don't know why that is happening. Is he getting drawn in front of it? Or is that just my imagination? That doesn't look good, is really the deal. Look at this splash scene again. Okay, so we've got like a couple of different splashes. Let's change the transparency to be fully opaque, like that. Okay, that, yeah, he's getting drawn behind it. Now let's change the albedo so it is almost opaque. Nope, nope. He's completely behind it, or in front of it somehow. Okay, change this a bit. Nope. What is up with the order of things getting drawn? Huh. Okay, let's check some flags here that we can modify. Depth draw. I don't know what that is, so let's turn it on. Oh! Did we fix it? Well, that looks better. Okay, let's turn this opacity back down a smidge. Okay, that is much better. All right, cool. Got that fixed. Yay! He works again. Now then, he's supposed to say other things next after that part. Ooh. That was something. All right, so we're gonna have our team walk over to him and then begin another conversation. Convo code fish2. Let's change the convo code to fish intro 1 and fish intro 2. There we go. Partner is fine now. And now we can have our next block of actual things happening with the players. Fish intro 2 is actually going to have quite a bit of dialogue. Here we go, right here. Cat's going to be very aggressive. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We gotta assign these to the proper actors. It's back and forth mostly, except for 5 and 6 does not change. But 2 is cat. So we have partner, and then the fish, and then the partner, and then the fish, and then the fish, and then the partner, and then the fish, and then the partner. Right here, I want to do a camera zoom. So we're going to do camera handler dot zoom in dot find, and then we'll zoom out again. All right, let's see what happens. Partner is not... We need to pause there. I need to shift camera target to him when we do the zoom in. And then water, and then he squirts water at you, and it's funny, and then the cat's very mad, but it heals you, and that's the joke. Okay, so we need to start here with a short pause. When you get over there, actually, let's start with this right here. Switch animation to, whoa, the hurt animation. Wait 0.5 seconds, switch back to idle, begin talking. It's good with me. Camera handler. Dot. Set new target. Dot bind to actor. And then back to player. Also, this zoom in, let's do a set zoom instead. Zoom in on its own just multiplies by 0.75. Reduces the distance that the camera is. But set zoom allows us to set it to whatever ratio we want, with 1.0 being the default. So we can set it to 0.5, and then at the end we'll bring it back to 1.0. I think that's good. The next piece is going to be the splashing water, if this works. I feel like we need a little delay after switching back to the idle animation. Alright, that was fine. Alright, I like that. Let's add a delay, though. After we zoom in, let's wait, and then similarly, let's wait for the zoom out to finish. Oh yeah, the set zoom happens instantly, so we should probably wait a full 1.0 on either end. And then let's add a new line here. Do I need to put that in brackets? I don't actually remember. How did we do that? Yeah, that's what the delay should address. Let's see here. The dialogue box 2, new line. Okay, new line can just be straight up new line, right? Oh wait, no, that's something different. How does this work here? Yeah, okay. It's just raw new line. Yep, it can just be there. Doesn't need brackets. Cool. Splash will be next. Awesome. The best. Progress and stuff. A little bit of progress. Okay. Remaining. We need the actual effect of water splashing from the fish somehow. Which I don't know if I want that to be a 2D or a 3D effect. See if that works on the dialogue fix. Yeah, that's much better. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious, at least after you're in this game for like an hour. Dabble does not have text boxes. I think people are gonna catch the idea of like this is a silent protagonist. And just as though if you were playing Paper Mario, you will never see a text box from Mario. He is just going to make wahoo noises, and that's it. All right, the splashing. Do we want to do this tonight? I'm pretty tired. I don't think my brain has it in it. We might be done working on this tonight. I need to decide if I want to play a video game or not. Just end something just for fun. Let me get GitHub desktop up and we'll commit the changes. Fish Mystic added. It is iRobot. Hey, puppy-o. I don't have Mario Maker 2 up here. I can't get it. I have one game and it's not technically even mine. It's Little Toadette's. Other than that, it's Steam. Or Epic, I suppose, technically. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's play video games. Unable to load option. Oh, there we go. Subnautica? It's either Subnautica or Dicey Dungeons, because I don't have a lot currently installed. I recently finished out the achievement grind for Dicey Dungeons. I was missing 3. 2 of them I just didn't know how to get, and one required a little bit of rolling the dice, so to speak, on trying to get a specific item. Because there's not a lot of ways to get your HP up. Sure. Let's do it. Play the video game. Marker. Music. Out of here. Go out of here. If you were here for game